So, here's something bugged me. I had a conversation with a lady from Hawaii. I'm from Arizona. Um, Yesterday, while I was doing my Uber stuff, and she was going on and on about how expensive Hawaii is, how everything is shipped in there, and all that good stuff, which I already knew. Um, like half a gallon of milk's $8. Gas is freaking expensive, and how devastating the wildfires were. And I was like, well, where was FEMA during the wildfires? And I'm not bagging on FEMA because, thank God for FEMA, but they spent all their money housing illegals, gift cards, cell phones, yada yada. I'm in a Walmart parking lot too, so if you see people walking by or flashing lights or whatever, my apologies. I'm venting right now, so I had to get this off my chest. Um, but anyways, we're talking about the wildfires, and I told her about how FEMA should have been there more for the hurricane victims and for the wildfire victims. And where the hell was the Biden Harris administration then? She keeps on questioning Trump's record, but Trump tried to do what he ran on. Like he was one of the, and I don't even call him a politician. He's just a businessman. He was a guy who ran on what he said he was going to do. And granted, he didn't get everything done, but he did. He sure as hell tried, and he said what was on his mind. It was refreshing. People were like, "Oh, how the hell can you support Trump?" Blah blah blah, and he's a racist and this and that. And he speaks what's on his mind, and he tries to do what he says he's going to do. So it's extremely refreshing. You know, Instead of decades after decades, term after term, politician after politician, not. But anyways, I told her that Trump has promised to make IVF a law, which we've heard at his rallies and numerous other things. He's all for birth control. He wants insurance to cover it all, which awesome, because IVF treatments are really expensive, and unless you've got some money in the bank, dude, that can bankrupt somebody trying to have a kid. And I mean, I got 7 kids. Like children are awesome. Like being a father was one of the single best honors of my life. I mean, I'm raising 6 beautiful daughters and a son, and it's like awesome, very awesome. But anyway, so she's saying how if Trump's speaking, he's lying, and I was like, then fact check him. Fact check him. He's not lying. He may exaggerate a little bit. I mean, who doesn't when they're talking? But fact check him. And she's just going on and on about how I'm raising daughters and how I'm raising women to hate women. And I'm like, dude, that's not true at all. I'm raising my kids to have respect for people, to use their heads, to be free, independent thinkers. But I'm also raising my little women to respect women, or to respect men, because it's got to go both ways. And I was talking to her she was talking about women's rights and how getting the vaccine was different than abortion rights. And I was like, okay, how? The federal government was trying to force us to get shots. I mean, I didn't care which way or the other, but some people do, some people didn't. I respect it both ways. But for you to look down on somebody because they didn't get the shot, that's wrong. I'm sorry. In my head, get a freaking life. Okay. And she was saying, but that was different than abortion rights or other rights or other women's rights. And I was like, why? It is the government telling you what to do with your body. How the hell is that any different? In my head, it's the same thing. So, that, I mean, that's my take on it. You might feel differently, other people might feel differently. But if the government's going to tell you what to put in your body or how to run an abortion, that's the government telling you how to do your body. And I know Harris is all for universal health care, which is going to drastically increase taxes, drastically decrease doctor's pay, drastically increase time it is to get a doctor's appointment, and then that's just one more thing that the government can screw up, because there's only two things the government's good at. One, our defense, and two, spending money. And usually it's spending money on defense. Okay? And it's been better or worse, but the government does not have the greatest track record when it comes to spending money. Like, obviously it's 36 trillion in the hole, or 35 or whatever it is. So how can, there's not a government agency or government entity that can possibly give its citizens crap when you look at the government's record on spending money. You know, I don't know of a person that's got a worse record in proportion. So, anyways, that's all for this video. I'll rant, rave a little bit more. I will say that all my videos are unedited, which I may be kind of annoying in my videos. I do apologize, but they're unedited. One is because it takes time to edit, and two, because I have no idea how to edit. And it's just easier to upload the raw unedited version. So, I'll try to check comments. If you have any questions, hit me up. I try to keep myself fairly well informed. I will tell you, I'm nowhere near as intelligent or well versed as Charlie Kirk or Ben Shapiro. But I think for an average person, I'm not too bad. I mean, I get schooled by a liberal once in a great while, but that's once in a great while. And usually, since I'm doing Uber and Lyft and running my business, I'm usually schooling people on different laws, like immigration laws and stuff like that they're very, very ill-informed on. So, anyways, that's it. Talk to y'all later.